It's a beautiful day on the ETR, and the other day Graham and I got a lot done, and we're going to try and follow that up with another high productivity day. I usually start my day by envisioning the success I'm going to enjoy at the end of the day. Then I work backwards and make a list of everything I'm going to do to get to that point. Then I make a list of everything I'll need. That's why in some of the videos I show what tools we've got. It's just part of that process you need. So today we're going to have a safety briefing in a minute here at Cone, but let me give you kind of an overview while some of the guys are still getting here. Then we are going to unload this material. These bundles of ties are going to go down to the Death Valley. If you want to see a video on Death Valley, it was a couple weeks ago and people really liked that one. So those ties are going down to Death Valley. These ties are mostly scrap. They're from a job that was done near here, and I told them drop them off. I'll sort through them. They're pretty bad. There are a couple good switch ties or switch ties that we might be able to salvage. I'm kind of frugal like that. But these ties, we're going to do a video sometime on ties. I don't know a lot about ties, the grading of them, what they're worth. I bought these at a landscape place. I had been watching, and they would get in ties that were pretty bad, but then they got a couple bundles of really nice ties. And my theory was that they were actually relay quality ties that in the springtime got sold in to the landscape market. So I bought 2 bundles at $19 a tie. I think it was $19 a tie. So anyway, we're going to take those down to Death Valley. Then we're going to start running South Branch, picking up trees and going along the way. I had envisioned at the end of the day running all the way from the south to the north. I'd love to do it in the 2021. We might be able to do it in the grapple. If not, tomorrow is sunny and reasonable weather again. On this stuff is because winter's coming. So if we can get the trees picked up, get all that brush picked up, we're going to take sides of the grapple truck. Now let me show you the plywood, and then we'll talk a little bit about that. I've got 6 sheets of used plywood. Now part of our safety briefing is this still has some drywall screws in it, so be very, very careful. Be careful of that. Today is a mostly gloves kind of day, so have your gloves handy. I always like hard hat, even though we're in the transportation end. I like my noggin and want to protect it. So gloves, be careful of drywall screws. We won't move any equipment until we can see everybody that's standing around. Peter Cruikshank will have the clipboard for you to sign that you were at today's safety briefing. So I'm going to get this truck started. I got to put a set of batteries in it. We're going to lift that beam off of there. Graham bought that beam at an auction. It would be good for like loading bundle rebar out of a gondola. It's got fork truck pockets in it, and you could use it off a crane, but it's got hooks all along the way where you could get under bundles of rebar and lift them up and set them off. Does anybody hear a transload opportunity? I do. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to move the camera. We'll get the keys out, get the batteries in, fire it up, put it on the rail. Thanks for joining me today. Remember to see Peter to get signed in on the safety briefing sheet. Well, that battery's heavy. Thanks for your help. I am going to get these cables put back together, and we'll see if this will fire up. I take the batteries out so we can go put them on charge, also so nobody steals them. And honestly, sometimes I use them in other equipment, so why have them sitting here running down if I can be using them somewhere else, huh? Here I am without my gloves on. Don't want to touch this wrench to those air tanks. Get a little sparky. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, here we go. We're going to move down the way a little bit. The high rail truck is on, and I'm ready to roll. I had to move the switch. I'm an aspiring railroader, not a movie maker. Okay, this is where I'm going to throw off the bad ties, up just a little ways from here. The wheels are on. I've looked at front and back, everything's good. Wow, am I thankful. This is so much fun. Just get out here and work a little, go home tired, but feel like, man, look what I got done today. I love it. I'm glad you're here with me. Well, I know this isn't exactly what you guys wanted, but we're gonna take a little bit of a run from the wood pile down to Death Valley. I know you guys want to run, but mostly in the 2021, not a high rail truck, but today with winter coming on, this is what you get. There is an explanation coming up for why those cars are there, and I know you guys are interested and you're asking. It won't be long before I tell you about what's going on there. Appreciate your patience. There's where we put the gauge rod in to hold the end of that rail. There is not much holding that in place, so that's temporary maintenance away only. And now we're coming into Death Valley. This is where I did the surveying, where we're going to do a bunch of tie replacement. And that's why we're bringing these bundles of ties up here. Now, I don't know if I can lift those bundles off in one piece or not. That's going to be for us to figure out. And right about there is where I want them. So I got to stop. I want to lay the bundles down on some of those switch ties so that they're not in the water. Okay, I'm going to take a big old gulp out of this East Terminal Railway. I got hot beverage today, and here is the Wassail, which I really like in the winter. So you just saw me unload everything, but let's go take a look at it. So these are the ties that I bought, and I think most of them are pretty good. I don't know, you guys will have opinions, I know. But I'm gonna learn about ties like I've learned about everything else, so all will be good. Okay, here we go. We'll run down the rails. There's a view to the north. We are going to shut her down for tonight. and start again in the morning. Thanks for joining us. Hey, be safe driving home. Watch out for idiots. Watch out for people running red lights right at the end. It's like an epidemic here. Talk to you later. Well, we have come a long ways today, and tomorrow is another sunny day and fairly warm. And for January, this is not common. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to come here and start cutting. And tomorrow we will be down through there all the way. We're going to run from south to north. Now it'll be in the grapple truck. I know you guys would rather it be in the locomotive, and that may be coming up soon. But that's a view to the south. I'm going to pan real slow as per requested. There's Graham. Hey Graham, what were you doing back in the trees? Oh, yeah, okay, well we'll leave that. Checking the drainage back here. Okay. Well, the sun's going down and the lights are coming on. The lights go on in the city.
I gotta go back to fund this railroad off my scrap job.
There's one more view to the north. That's where we hacked our way through. This isn't the final job, but it's get through and get to the end, establish our path, and then come back and start loading. And to get cars in here, it's going to take a whole nother level of trimming, but we're getting closer and closer. Thanks for coming back and helping me with it. We're going to shut her down, start again in the morning.